Hi, I'm Barbara Bruni. Welcome to Pilates Core Training. This is part 2 of our beginner to intermediate Pilates exercise class. Certainly, if anything doesn't feel good or is painful, don't do that particular exercise, as these are going to take us through some extreme movements of the spine. So let's start with our breathing. Let's just start sitting up today. Hold on to the front of your legs and just round over your thighs, making sure it's not a collapsed spine, but an elongated spine. Belly is in. Take a deep breath and feel how the ribs in the back expand and stretch. And then exhale, draw the navel in more. Let's do that 2 more times. And as you do this, keep the front of those thighs as relaxed as possible. And exhale. Relax your shoulders. And last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, so let's sit up tall, extend our legs out. Let's bring our arms up and overhead. Take a deep breath here. Flex your ankles, draw those abs in and up, and roll down to your mat, bone by bone by bone. All right, so let's start by getting into some upper abdominals. Bend your knees, place your feet just a couple of inches apart. You're going to place your hands so that the back of your hands touch, and then put your thumbs on your breastbone and open those shoulders. So remember your neutral posture. Let's just take a couple of lumbar extreme movements here. On your inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, find that end range, and then on your exhale, tilt it backwards and find that end range. So let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, anterior tilt, feel the back muscles work. And exhale, posterior tilt, feel those ab muscles work. Keep the thighs relaxed. And then go to your neutral place, somewhere in between with that little tiny space between your ribs and hips. All right, we're going to keep it there. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulder blades and feel how your hands just slide towards your hips. And then release down. Exhale, nod your chin, lift your head, slide your breastbone down, and your hands on your breastbone gives you a really good tactile cue as to how much lift you really do get out of the shoulder girdle. Exhale, lift your head, nod your chin, slide your ribs down, connect them, draw your belly in, make sure you're not tucking your tailbone, keep it down, and lower down. So this time let's add on, make it a bit more challenging. Inhale, and exhale, nod, lift, easy shoulders. Now grab your thighs, inhale, exhale, come up higher, inhale, stay this height, bring your arms up towards the sky. Feel that low band of abdominals kick in between your belly button and the pubic bone, and then lower down. All right, let's do that 4 more times. Inhale, exhale, ribs connect, belly in, neutral spine. Inhale, grab your thighs, elbows bent as you lift. Take your hands up and lower down. Inhale, open across your collarbones. Exhale to lift. Inhale, grab your thighs. Exhale, come up higher, still in neutral. Inhale, lift, easy shoulders. And exhale down. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Grab your thighs. Keep your collars wide as you lift up. Take your hands up. Feel those low abs. And lower down. And place your arms down by your sides. So let's go into some bridging and get the spine moving. So let's take a deep breath again and rock your pelvis forward to your anterior tilt, shoulders back. Then as you exhale, bring your breastbone and ribs down. Then imprint your low back. And then lastly, peel up bone by bone. Get that sense of a tail tuck as if you're trying to push your hip sockets forward so you're not going into your back by dropping your tailbone. Rather, tuck it up there, right? Keep all 10 toes on the mat so we're not rolling out on our feet. Inhale at the top and exhale, lengthen back down. Again, bone by bone. So rather than just lifting up all as one lever, you want to feel that articulation and nice movement of the spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chest down, rib by rib imprints, then the low back. Then, once your abs are entirely scooped, belly's in, then feel the back of your legs lift you up as if you're aiming your sits bones towards the back of your knees. Inhale, thighs aiming straight ahead. And exhale, lengthen down. Abs are scooped, tailbone aims up. And the very last thing as it unfolds. Let's add on this time. Inhale. Exhale, imprint bone by bone, top down through the low back, through the tailbone to peel up. Now keep those abs together like you're knitting your lowest rib down, your hip bones up. Then on your inhale, take your arms overhead. And then exhale, lengthen down. So it's a bit more challenging to let your low back touch there when your lats are on stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, imprint through the spine, abs engaged. Then your hamstrings, take it away. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower down, collars wide, belly button in. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Imprinting, scoop those abs in, ribs down, hip bones pulling up, then lift. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, lower down, bone by bone by bone. This time, bring your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, nod your chin, lift your head and shoulder blades. Lift your legs to tabletop. For a moment, place your hands just below your kneecaps and imprint your low back into the mat. Pull your belly in. Bring your arms to your sides and begin pumping your arms up and down. Let's inhale here for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. So we're doing the hundreds. Inhaling, keep your belly in, let the ribs expand. And exhale, really keep that low back touching the mat. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Now here your vision is probably at your knees or on your belly, but it's not on the ceiling. This exhale makes 50. Inhale and separate your knees and go into this frog position. And as you exhale, keep your low back pushing into the mat and push those heels together a bit. Inhale, stay lifted so you're not pulling yourself with your neck. This exhale makes 70. Inhale, keep that width across the shoulders. Exhale, straighten your knees all the way. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, keep that belly button in. Keep it in even as you inhale. Let those ribs expand to the side. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Last set coming up. Inhale, 2. And exhale. And bend your knees and release it down. And extend your legs all the way out. Let's transfer to a seated position through a roll up. Point your toes. Inhale, bring your arms up and over. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulder blades. Flex your ankles. Find those same deep low abs and roll over. And hold this first stretch. Allow your shoulder blades to move down away from your ears. Push the back of your head up towards the ceiling and reach farther from your hip bones. Inhale. And exhale, sit up nice and tall. All right, so from here, let's flip over onto your belly, and we're going to some hip extension, or lifting the legs back in the hip socket. So it's a combination of your hamstrings and your glute muscles. So you're going to lie all the way down and place your head on your hands for support. Your legs can be apart a little bit. So the feeling here is to get your pelvis back to neutral, but your face down. So scoop your belly up off the mat. Reach your legs long. It's as if you're pressing the pubic bone down and your belly up. And your hip bones are down as well. Keep that place. And on your exhale, lift one leg. So if you lift so high, what's happening here is you've just let the low back do all the work. So exhale, scoop your abdominals. Inhale, lift your leg. Keep that sense of tail tuck. Keep biasing towards a posterior tilt. And then release. Let's go to the left leg. Exhale, scoop, lengthen through your left leg to lift, and release down. And exhale, lift the right leg. So it's that sense of reaching from the front of your thigh, down the front of your leg and out your foot, and release. And then exhale. So within that length, your leg almost floats up. Let's try doing both legs at the same time. Inhale to prepare, easy shoulders. Exhale, scoop and lift. And release. 3 more. Exhale. And release. And 2 more. Lift, scoop, stay out of the low back. And release. And last one. Exhale to lift. Hold it. Good. Pull your belly in more. Scoop those abs up off the mat more. Hold it. Go a little higher. Feel the back of your legs work there. And lower down. So we're going into Swan 1. So we did Swan in the beginner episode. This one's going to add on those legs. So let's just go right into that here. Exhale, scoop your abdominals up, widen across your shoulders. Inhale to lift and lengthen your breastbone up. Then use the back of your arms to go up the rest of the way. Now hold here, keep those abs in. You're going to bend your elbows and lift your legs. And then inhale, rock back, chest forward. Exhale, rock forward. So it's as if you are the bottom of a rocking chair. So you don't want your chest to collapse. You want to keep it lifted. Rock back and rock forward. Reach long out your legs. Keep those shoulders wide. Tail tuck on this top end. And last one. And lower down. And pull back to child's pose for a minute. And stretch your low back. All right, let's go back down on your back. And we'll get back into some abdominals. And we'll stretch the other way. Okay, so this exercise, double leg stretch. We've done single leg stretch, which brings the legs forward and back one at a time. This one is a bit more intense as we're moving both legs out at the same time. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulder blades. Place your hands behind your head. Now, bring your legs to tabletop. Go into that imprinted lumbar spine without your knees coming in towards you. Belly stays in, shoulder blades stay off the mat. Push your head into your hands just a little bit to support your neck. Now, on your exhale, straighten both legs out without your low back coming off the mat. And inhale, bring them in. Exhale, imprint your low back, pull your belly in. And inhale, bring them in. One more time, we can make it a little more challenging. Exhale to lift and reach. Inhale in. On this next set, in case that's getting easy and you want to make it a bit more challenging, we'll reach back with the arms as well. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, go to imprint. Inhale, lift both arms and legs towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach overhead and down. And inhale, circle around. Lift and reach. And inhale around. Inhale to lift. Exhale, scoop those abs up. Inhale. And last one. Take it up. Now watch, don't let that belly pop up. Keep pulling it in. And inhale around. And lower down. And just rock your head side to side a bit. Okay, let's bring our feet down and go into a bit of rotation now. Prop yourself up on your forearms. You want to keep your upper arm pretty much perpendicular to the floor so there's no shifting back here and sinking into the shoulder socket. So lift your breastbone and keep this neutral spine so we're not collapsed, nor are we in a hyperextension, just a nice neutral spine. Bring your legs to tabletop. Now, on your inhale, you're going to take your knees to the right, lifting your left hip off the mat. Watch for letting that bottom leg shift down. And then exhale to center. Inhale, lift the right hip. Keep your knees side by side. And exhale, belly in to come to center. And again, inhale to the right. And exhale. And one more, and we'll make it a little more challenging. All right, so this time, go to the right. And now exhale, straighten those knees. Inhale, bend them, and let's go all the way over. Knees side by side. Now think of this as rotation from below the waist. So your torso, your upper torso, stays pretty centered. So it's not rolling with your legs. And again, exhale. And making it a bit more challenging, you can straighten your knees. Keep them straight. Exhale, take your legs all the way over to the left. Feet and knees stay side by side. Exhale, ribs are up. Keep that chest up. Stay out of your shoulders. And exhale, wrap those ribs. Watch that we're not getting too much stress in the neck. You're looking slightly forward, probably up at your toes would be a good angle for your neck here. Last one. And bring it in. And rest. All right. We need to get into some side lying work. So let's lie on your right-hand side. And to start, we're going to put your head all the way down. Best place to learn how to find your alignment on this. So your feet are together. Now, if you were to let that top leg drop back and you're in a rested position, your waist would fall to the mat just because of gravity. It's a very comfortable position, but we're not going to stay there. So reach your top leg longer until the waist comes off the mat. Maintain that. We'll call that your mouse house as well. And lift your top leg. And then lower down. So hopefully you can see that you can lift the leg, keeping the waist steady. Otherwise, the waist drops, the waist lifts. The waist drops. And again, we're not getting into this outer thigh. We're just, again, tightening into the low back. So lift and lower without your waist moving. You can also watch the distance between your hip and waist and make sure that this space here doesn't shift so it doesn't move back and forth. So let's go 4 more. Go as high as you can keep mouse house. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it up there. And little pulses. 8, 7, 6. So every time you lift, reach longer. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bend your knee. All right, now let's come up onto your forearm. And we'll put a little upper body weight bearing. So some good work through the shoulder stabilizers, lats, shoulders, some upper arm. So once again, if you were to collapse your waist down, that's kind of negating the point of the exercise. So working those muscles is very much a part of this. Watch for dropping the waist. Lift the waist. So imagine a big towel is placed around your waist and we're lifting you up. Keep that sense. Extend your top leg and then inhale, kick forward, point your toes, and exhale, go back. Keep lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. So it's a sense of squeezing the back of your right armpit. Keep that waist lifted. And let's go 4. Exhale back. So another tendency on this one is as you kick forward to let the weight shift back. And likewise, as you take the leg back to let the weight shift forward. But rather on these last 3, work to let that force get distributed with your core and hip muscles. And put that work into those muscles to strengthen them. And let's do last one here. Inhale and exhale. And bring it down. Let's go to the other side. I can't stress that exercise enough. That one is so important for runners because we tend to not get into these glute medius exercises. And to get that mouse house concept, that glute medius supports the thigh and the pelvis and the low back. And that prevents so much knee and low back trouble. This particular series of exercises. All right, so finding that mouse house, there's that daylight. It's not so much a forced arch from the rib cage, ribs are down. It's a lengthening right at the waist here from the top leg. Let's just take a few here. We'll take 8. All right, so 8, keeping the mouse house, and 7, and 6. So watch that top shoulder. It doesn't get too tight on you. Keep it back. And again, it said since it's not a lift, it's a lengthening. Lengthen and lift. And let's do 3 and 2. And last one here. Hold it up. Little pulses. 8, 7. Imagine that your heel's trying to touch the wall behind you or at the end there. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. All right. So let's prop yourself up here on your forearm and find your posture, right? Lift up and out of that shoulder. Open across your collars. Extend your bottom leg. And top leg lifts. Lift that waist. And then inhale and kick forward. And exhale back. So again, so much going on in strengthening your standing left shoulder here. So it's that sense of squeezing the back of your armpit to not sink that arm, not push that arm into the upper part of the socket. Kind of open those collarbones. Work to keep your leg as high as your hip. Inhale, flex your foot. Just hinge at the hip. Don't let the hip come with you. And then exhale back. So what I mean by that is you don't want to lose your form. Just think of it as a thigh-hip dissociation. Hinge in the hip to go forward. And one more after this. Inhale, keep lifting the waist, lift up out of that shoulder, and take it back and rest. Okay, so from here, let's go back onto our backs, and we'll do a couple of teasers. So in part 1, we worked those quad muscles, how to isolate them. So let's do a teaser prep really quick on our quads to warm them up. Hands go behind you, either fingertips pointing back or fingertips aiming in. Either way, aiming in gives you a little more benefit of stretch to the top of those pec muscles or chest muscles. Watch for too much extension. Keep the ribs connected. Inhale, and as you exhale, straighten one knee. And inhale, bend. That's usually an eye-opener. And exhale, straighten the other knee. So watch that your leg doesn't fall down just to straighten it. Let the knees stay side by side, and then work to straighten your knee. So it's not about straightening your knee. It's about keeping the pelvis still, your core engaged, and then how much work can your quad do? How much can your hamstring stretch to keep that form? So it's a little paradigm shift here. So let's do one more each side, paying attention to how much leg muscle it takes to straighten the knee when you're in proper alignment. All right, now let's go down for teaser. So extend all the way out. Teaser starts very similar to your roll-ups. In fact, it is a roll-up. We're just adding that leg extension. So let me just say this. As you lift your legs, feel like you're lifting from the back of your sits bones, down the back of your thighs and out your heels. All right, here we go. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, lift your head, neck, shoulders. Go to an imprinted spine as you lift your legs. And lift your chest. Keep those knees straight, shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. Curl your sacrum under you. Bring your legs down. Inhale, reach back. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, nod your chin, sternum softens, going to your imprinted lumbar spine to roll up. Watch not too much shoulders there. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs. Feel like you're drawing your hip bones up towards your rib cage. Inhale back. Last one, exhale to lift. Ribs connect, hip bones draw up, belly pulls in, reach from those legs, lift your chest, straighten your knees, and lower down. And rest. All right, so let's roll to one side here, and we need to do a little side bending. So let's do a mermaid. And there's several mermaids we can choose from. So we're going to choose from this stacked knee mermaid. So your knees are placed one over the other. Take your right hand, you're holding onto your feet in your left, and your right arm comes straight up. Your shoulders are level. Relax your left shoulder and reach to the side and hold this stretch. You can bring your arm back a little bit and work to straighten your arm. Lift taller so we're not sinking into this stretch. If it feels great just like this, maintain that. Otherwise, reach the other side of your head and pull yourself to the side and bring that elbow back. Keep your ears over your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And let's go to the other side. We're just about done here. Feet are stacked, holding on. Level out your shoulders and bring your arm up. Relax your bottom shoulder and reach. So remember, if there's questions that you have or you want more of this Pilates, you want some private or individual information for your own body, feel free to call us at our studio. We do have a studio here in town. Just reach to the other side of your head. Pull your body forward. Bring your elbow back. It's of the same name, Pilates Core Training. Lift taller. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.